day everyone, I am Carmen Diaz Baste and welcome to my video. So today I'll be reporting to you about effective speaking and I have prepared a presentable and colorful presentation for you guys. So let's start. So what is effective speaking? Effective speaking means being able to say what you want to say in such a way that it is heard and acted upon. Whether you are talking to a major conference about a new scientific discovery, your children about their behavior, or your boss about a pay rise, you need to be able to speak effectively. This means considering every possible tool and aspect to ensure that nothing distracts or detracts from your message. Whenever the speaker is able to convey the required message fully at the right time, it is called effective speaking. Whenever the speaker speaks verbal or non-verbal, it is also called effective speaking. Effective speaking is not just speaking in which the speaker can't only speak verbal, but also use the whole body language to convey the message to the receiver. So next is ways on how to achieve effective speaking. So there are 7 ways that I'll be discussing to you and we will go through it one by one. So first is vary voice pitches. So your voice can reveal as much about your personal history as your appearance. The sound of a voice and the content of speech can provide clues to an individual's emotional state. For instance, if self-esteem is low, it may be reflected by hesitancy in the voice. A shy person may speak quietly, but someone who is confident in themselves will be more likely to have a command of their voice and clarity of speech. It is worth taking to improve your command over your voice, especially if you find it hard to speak in public. This will also help you boost your confidence. Pitch is the auditory attribute of sound ordered on a scale from low to high. As a speaker, you want to find a pitch that is suitable for speaking. Generally, you want to use a pitch range that will be comfortable for your natural conversation. For men and women, the size difference of vocal folds, reflecting male-female differences in larynx size, will influence available pitch range. Emphasize certain words and phrases within the talk to convey the importance, the meaning, and help to add variety. Next is proper speech pace. So, do you think you talk too fast, too slow, or just right? When it comes to public speaking, you will want to talk at a conversational pace. This rate of speech typically ranges from 140 to 170 words per minute. If you speak much slower than 140 words per minute, you're probably not speaking fast enough for your audience. You might be putting them to sleep. However, if you speak much faster than 170 words per minute, you could be talking too fast. An audience could have a hard time understanding you. You will also need to vary your pace. Sometimes you will want to speak more quickly to demonstrate urgency or excitement. Other times you will want to slow down or pause for a dramatic effect. So, third is eliminate filling words. Filling words, including and are never written into a speech, yet these insidious verbal hiccups are uttered by most speakers in most speeches every day. Some people adopt a zero tolerance policy when it comes to filler words, believing that a few ruin the delivery and invalidate an otherwise solid speech. Nonetheless, speakers should strive to minimize filler words. They contribute nothing and weaken your effectiveness as a speaker for 2 primary ways. Filler words represent verbal static that has to be filtered out by your audience. Second, Repeated and excessive use of filler words weakens your credibility. It may be perceived as indicating lack of preparation, lack of knowledge, or lack of passion. All of these perceptions are bad for you. So, fourth is speak aloud. Speak aloud is to speak in an audible voice so that others can hear you. Public speakers need to speak loudly enough to be heard by everyone in the audience. In addition, volume is often needed to overcome ambient noise, such as the hum of an air conditioner or the dull roar of traffic passing by. In addition, you can use volume strategically to emphasize the most important parts in your speech. Select these points carefully. If you emphasize everything, nothing will seem important. You also want to be sure to adjust your volume to the physical setting of the presentation. If you are in a large auditorium and your audience is several yards away, you will need to speak louder. If you are in a smaller space with the audience a few feet away, you want to avoid overwhelming your audience with shouting or speaking too loudly. Next is correct speech defects. Speech defect is an condition that interferes with the mental formation of words or their physical production. Speech defects are generally categorized as disorders of sound production, disorders of voicing, in example loudness, pitch, quality deviations, disorders of rhythm such as stuttering and stammering, and disorders of language formulation and expression. To correct speech defects, you have to shift the focus from yourself and your fear to your true purpose. Stop scaring yourself with thoughts about what might go wrong and instead focus your attention on thoughts and images that are calming and reassuring. Refuse to think thoughts that create self-doubt and low confidence. Practice ways to calm and relax your mind and body. Visualize your success. Always focus on your strength and ability to overcome challenging situations. Prepare your material in advance and read it aloud to hear your voice. Make connections with your audience. Smile and greet the people, thinking them as friends, not enemies. Stand or sit in a self-assured, confident posture. Remain warm and open and make eye contact. Give up trying to be perfect. It is okay to make mistakes. Be yourself and be natural. So next is analyze pitches. Pitch in speech, the relative highness or lowness of a tone as perceived by the ear, which depends on the number of vibrations per second produced by the vocal cords. Pitch is the main acoustic correlate of tone and intonation. The pitch in which a syllable is pronounced conveys shades of meaning such as emphasis or surprise, or distinguishes a statement from a question. All languages use pitch grammatically as intonation to communicate different meanings. For emphasis, to convey surprise or irony, or to pose a question. Cautiously or uncautiously, the speaker will use different patterns of pitch to convey different meanings to the listener. Consider the use of pitch change and associate meanings in the different categories. In public speaking, you can apply changes in pitch and not only to a single word such as exclamation "oh," but to any group of syllables, words, and even sentences to convey different meanings. You can change pitch of successive syllables in a word groups, or successive sentences. You want to make sure that you use pitch to convey the intended meaning so that you do not drop the pitch. So with this, you will have completed your pitch or speaking. So last but not the least, improve grammar. Practicing is vital for getting any knowledge, and whenever you want to learn any languages, then without speaking it or without knowing its rules, you can't improve yourself in speaking. So for speaking any language, you need to improve your grammar. As we all know that speaking is the first step for a language learner. Keeping all the focus on grammar will slow down your learning process. So practicing the speaking and learning skills. Only speaking English can improve your grammar skills, but learning grammar will not make any difference in your speaking. Everybody wants to be a good English speaker, to impress their boss or teacher in school, and to become a good speaker also. Using the correct grammar is important to avoid misunderstanding and to help the other person understand you easily. If your English is too full of mistakes, you will slow down communication and conversations and find it harder to express your ideas and thoughts clearly and concisely. So, to achieve effective speaking, you will need to be prepared, and also you need determination to deliver your speech or your speaking. With all of these ways, if you follow and play all these steps or ways, you will be a better speaker and you will achieve effective speaking. And that wraps my report. Thank you for listening and have a great day.
And it goes a little something like